Some people think that therapy don't work. It works wonders. Therapy just let me know that you can make the right decision by removing past trauma, by removing people that are supposed to be around. Technically, that don't mean you love them less. That means you trying to save yourself. And if you trying to be a Christian, you really gotta save yourself. It's March 18th, so yesterday, March 17th, I saved myself and somebody else by not killing her on the train, not attacking her on the train. She came from behind me, woke up. That's where she sleeps at, on the train, Blue Line. She woke up and started hitting me. She's like, hey, hey, hey. And I'm like, what? And she like, move over there. Why you sit next to my stuff? I say, it's just a bag of food or whatever it is. I don't want to sit by his feet and bump to his feet. Just a bumpy train. She insisted on me moving next to the guy that's sleeping, taking up 2 chairs, shall I say. I didn't want his feet touching me. And I don't want to accidentally bump into his feet. But I figured, sitting next to a bag, something that's not alive, would be okay. Me and her got into a slight altercation because she just insisted on overly tapping my shoulder. So I turned around and I pushed her. She pushed me back and I pushed her to the train's wall, whatever you want to call it. And she gets to threaten me. I say, girl, you don't know me. I will knock every last teeth out your mouth. Do not touch me. She like, sit right there. It's a whole seat right there. I say, it don't matter. You ask nicely if it's that serious. But as a Christian, I made a mistake by telling this woman, it ain't my fault this where you sleep at. So I guess that's your homie, and that other person over there sleeping, I guess that's your homie or y'all little family sleeping on the train. That ain't my problem, sweetie. I got a nice apartment. I was saying all types of stuff. The old me would have been less calm. If I wasn't on Prozac medication, I would have been way more like attacking her. If I wasn't a Christian, I would have been way more attacking, doing this and doing that, because she hit me way more than I hit her. She pushed and shoved me from behind or whatever. It wasn't like I hit my head or nothing. She hit me in my face. Nobody hit nobody in the face. It was mostly verbal, but the whole point is I became who I'm supposed to be. Yesterday morning on the way to work, it wasn't because I was on the way to work through an app that would suspend me from being late. It wasn't about that. It was about, why should I hurt this woman on the train? Because she might have a worse mental problem than me. So I diffused the situation by moving next to the guy with the feet hitting me. Yeah, I was bumping into his feet, woke him up. I did. It ain't my fault my legs hurt and I want to sit down, and it's not my fault y'all sleeping on the train, but it's not y'all fault possibly y'all sleeping on the train. I never know their stories. They could have been suffering a house fire, so I had no right to make fun of a situation. It was anger. But then when she kept talking crazy, I pulled out my knife, an unfoldable, foldable knife, and I ended up cutting myself with it. I just said, listen, all you have to do, lady, is touch me one more time, and I'm going to use this. If you don't want to go to Hades, you watch your actions. And I smiled, and she said, and I got mace. I said, I know you got mace. You just said that 2 minutes ago. I don't have to see you to kill you. And then when I turned around, I put the knife up, and I didn't even see that I was bleeding until I got off the train all the way at the stop I was getting off. That's when I knew I was bleeding. I didn't even see it. But the whole point is I looked at myself, and I tapped myself while I was in that seat. I was like, it ain't like she just punched me in my face. I say, ooh, this is the devil. He brung a nightmare to my mind, saying that I was going to beat somebody's lights out on a train, and it was going to be a black woman. In my dream, I really, 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 really beat the mess out of somebody on the train. And it was over something stupid. I barely remember the dream. I just remembered that I beat them unconscious. And it was like a weird sense of pride in that dream. It was weird. The reality happened way more than that dream. After I put that knife back in my pocket and I tapped my head like this and I said, Lord, what am I doing? This not me, this the old me. And I turned around and I said, you know what? You keep talking. And she looked at me like this. And I said, you know what? I did just sit next to your bag without asking. And I didn't want to wake you up. If I offended you, I apologize. And she, right. I said, yeah. I said, God don't want us to do this. I'm a Christian. I'm supposed to be something else. And I said, next time be nice to people and calm down and just ask nicely, Miss Lady. And then she said, it don't matter. I said, it don't matter? She's like, no, it don't matter. She said, you're really cute. You're really cute. And I was like, you want some money? You need some money or something? I'm not going to make fun of your situation. I said, this not what God want us to do as black women anyway. I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going to sit next to your stuff. I'm going to be the big person that apologize. And I said, don't threaten me no more. Don't touch me. Do you need some money though, man? Because I could have been somebody to help you. You could have asked me nicely. Then after that, you could have asked me for some change. You never know. I could have helped you. Of course I need money. You see what was. And the way she did her hands like, this where I sleep. Duh, I need money. Almost like self-explanatory. Who am I to boast about what I have over what she have? Because that could be taken away from me. I had to come to myself and rebuke the devil right in that moment. I said, devil, you stop trying to make me hurt this woman mentally with her situation. Because I almost didn't have this beautiful place I live in. I almost didn't have this apartment. This apartment is gorgeous. It does not matter just because you angry. It says in the Bible, be angry, sin not. Cast your anxiety upon him, for he cares. And we know what him that is. I called on God right away. I said, what should I do? He said, you apologize. You shut your mouth. You sit in this seat. Whatever mental problem she got, don't you pull no knife out no more. That knife is very sharp. That knife is very sharp. I'm going to throw that knife away. That's what I'm going to do today. Maybe I will. It depends on, because a dog might try to follow me. I remember I got followed home by a dog. That's the last time I'm letting something like that get to me. Next time somebody tap me on the shoulder too hard, I'm just going to get up and walk off. God told me to. Don't tussle with people. Before I shut my own mouth on that train, I handed her $5. I said, you buy yourself some food, and I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to pray for myself in my anger. She had her little mace. It wasn't fear of her that made me pray right on the spot or change my own actions. It wasn't fear of her. I'm not scared of no human. It was God. God told me to calm down. He said, what are you doing? Yeah, she don't own this train. It's not her train, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. If that's what just happened, that's what just happened. I didn't make nothing no better by pulling out no knife. I made nothing no better. I made it worse for a quick second. Because what if, instead of a knife, what if she had a butcher knife? You never know. People can have a butcher knife while you have a small knife. And what's going to happen? You're going to get your head chopped off on the train? It's not worth it. It's not worth it to tussle with people. That's why she pushed me way more than I pushed her. The old me would have been elbowing and socking her in the eye socket till it turned black and blue. The new me is saying, no, I don't have to do all that. I taught her a lesson, but I taught myself a bigger lesson, though. Put God first, because it's not that serious. Both of us in that moment were innocent, and both of us in that moment was guilty. People need to pray for each other, but at the same time, when you sense yourself having negativity and you trying to be a Christian, it might be the influences around you. It might be the post-traumatic stress you have. It might be, hey, You just don't know how to deal with this situation in this moment. Turn to God if you're confused about what to do. I was confused. I say, wait a minute. I just pulled out this knife like I needed to. I can't get rid of these tattoos that I had when I was a hip-hop artist. But I can get rid of my mindset that, hey, I'm going to hurt this person. I'm going to do this. No, I can get rid of that. I proved it yesterday that I'm growing. And I want people to grow, because the more people grow, and not just mental health or nothing like that, when you grow spiritually too, yes. When you grow spiritually, it helps. It helps. It could save a life. It could save you from homicide, suicide. Let's put it that way. Put God first and you possibly won't have to worry about, for example, jail time. Watch who you hang out with and you possibly won't have to worry about jail time if you try to become a Christian or stay a Christian. Don't associate with the counsel of the ungodly, because it's going to make you ungodly, especially if you already falling short anyway. With your own issues and actions, you're going to fall even shorter when you got people that's around you that would have been like, I would have choked her. I would have did this and I would have did this and that. I would have slammed her head into the... Yeah, okay. I know what you would have did, but what should we do? We should calm down. It don't matter what they do. They might want to pick a fight with a stranger for no reason. Some dude pulled his middle finger up at a woman. He said, well, you were staring at me too much without saying anything. She's like, I was admiring your artwork on your body. I was admiring your tattoos. You don't have to put your middle finger up. He was like, okay, just say that. You just staring at me without saying anything. He had a point. She had a point. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. The whole point is we, as humans, need to know how to communicate with each other. And we also need to cut off people that need to be cut off. And that don't mean you hate them. That just means you trying to save yourself and focus on yourself. Grow within you and you gonna grow in general. The main message is put God first above yourself. Being way too strong within yourself is dangerous.